And what I found out was that since Bitcoin's inception, what we found out was Bitcoin was a leading indicator of risk on or risk off in the global equity markets. And here are the facts, guys, on the left side. Number one, it peaked a few weeks before global equities in early 2018. That's a fact. Weeks, pagitan. Number two, it bottomed a few weeks. So that's this one. Number two, it bottomed a few weeks before global equities in December 2018. Right? So that is this one, right? That's this one over here, this line over here. It bottomed a few days before equities in March 2020. Days lang ang pagitan yan. So here it bottomed a few days earlier before a few days. And now it's rolling over now in April of 2021. So that's what we have over here. And here we have the global equity index. And the reason why I decided to include this is because pasok siya sa system natin eh. Why? Because part of our system is the classical component of Minervini, which says that you need to trade the market bottom up. Why? Because according to Mark Minervini, leaders will emerge themselves weeks or days, sometimes months ahead of the market, whether that's coming out of a downturn or whether that's coming off an uptrend, meaning siya yung unang bababa. Now, I always thought to myself, tama ba yung sinabi ni Mark? Akala ko leaders yung huling bumabagsak pagdating sa bull market. Yun yung talagang pumasok sa utak ko na parang baliktad yata. Pero, ilang beses inulit ni Mark eh. Pag sinabi ng guy na, pag sinabi ng best trader in the world, tahimik na ako, sundan ko siya. Diba? So, and I think that seems to be the case over here. And guys, when I was thinking about it as well, if you recall, back in October 2020, remember when Bitcoin was breaking out of that sideways base, that 18,000, the 20,000 resistance? Sorry, not 18,000. It was breaking out of that 10 to 13,000 resistance, that sideways base, right? So this resistance over here, it was breaking out of that, right? The 10,000 resistance. And the reason why I bring that up is because if you recall during that time, Bitcoin was the leader. Siya talaga yung leader. Siya yung leader. We had a consolidation here in the equity market. And Bitcoin was the first to break out ahead of the equity market. And if you recall, ahead of the alt space. Because nauna yung Bitcoin, and it was only weeks later, months after, weeks later, na sumunod yung Ethereum, sumunod yung mga Stellar, sumunod yung mga iba. So Bitcoin was the leader. And the question that I'm really asking right now is, if we have a drop in Bitcoin over here, does that mean we're going to get a drop, at least in the NASDAQ, or some form of, not just maybe a drop in equities over the next few days, over the next few weeks, right? And in my mind, that could be the catalyst that could pull Bitcoin lower after it retests that neckline point. Or that could be the catalyst that could bring Ethereum lower after it makes a 3-wave move higher after that 5-wave move down. You guys follow?